I stood outside my own house knocking, but my daughter refused to open the door. That sound, my own knuckles against the wood I had polished for years, it echoed louder than anything I had ever heard. Louder than my husband's laughter. Louder than my daughter's first cry when she was born. Louder than my own heartbeat that night. I remember thinking, this must be a mistake. Maybe she didn't hear me. Maybe the TV was too loud. Maybe my Mira was just asleep. I knocked again. Slower this time. Softer. Like a mother waking her child from a bad dream. Mira Beta, it's me. Silence. Not even the sound of footsteps. That's when something inside me, something old and fragile, began to crack. You have to understand, it wasn't always like this. Mira was my only child. My whole world wrapped in two tiny hands. I raised her alone after her father passed away. She was just 6 then. Always clinging to my sorry, afraid I'd disappear too. I never did. I worked day and night, stitching clothes, cooking for neighbors, skipping meals so she could have milk before bed. Every sacrifice, I wore it like a badge of honor, because when she smiled I felt rich. And oh, how she used to smile. Ma, she would say, wrapping her arms around me, when I grow up, I'll buy you a big house. You'll never have to work again. I used to laugh. Just stay with me, that's enough. And she did. For many years she did. Things started changing after she got married. First it was small, almost invisible. Fewer phone calls, shorter visits. A different tone in her voice, polite but distant. Like she was speaking to a stranger she respected, but didn't love anymore. Her husband, Rakesh, he was always quiet around me. Too quiet. The kind of quiet that feels heavy, like he's thinking something he doesn't want to say out loud. I tried to ignore it. I told myself, this is normal, children grow up, they have their own lives. But then Mira insisted I move in with them. Ma, you shouldn't live alone anymore, she said. That house is too big for you. I hesitated. That house, my house. Every wall held a memory. Her height marked on the kitchen door frame. Her father's photograph above the temple shelf. My entire life rooted in that place. But she insisted. Please, Ma. I'll feel at peace knowing you're with me. And I, foolish old woman. I believed her. The first few weeks were nice. She made my favorite tea in the mornings. Sat beside me sometimes. Asked about my health. I thought maybe I was wrong. Maybe everything would be okay. But slowly things began to shift. I was no longer Ma all the time. Sometimes I was Ma, don't interfere. Or Ma, things are different now. Or worse, silence. Meals became awkward. Conversations forced. And Rakesh, he barely acknowledged me at all. One day I overheard them arguing. She can't stay here forever, he said. My heart stopped. I'm her daughter, Mira replied, but her voice, it lacked conviction. We need space, Mira. This is our home. Our home. Not mine. Not hers and mine. Just theirs. That was the first time I felt like a guest in what I thought was my daughter's love. After that, little things started disappearing. My opinions. My place at the dining table. Even my belongings. Ma, we've packed some of your old things, Mira said one day casually. They were taking up space. Taking up space. I wanted to ask, am I taking up space too? But I stayed quiet. Because mothers, we are trained to swallow pain like medicine. Bitter but necessary. Then came that day. Mira told me we should visit my old house. It's been locked for months, Ma. We should clean it up. I felt a strange happiness. Maybe, just maybe, she understood. We went together. I walked through those familiar doors, touching the walls like they were living things, breathing in memories. I'll stay here tonight, I told her. Just one night. I miss this place. She hesitated, but then she smiled. Of course, Ma. That smile. I didn't realize then. It was hiding something. The next morning, she said she had some errands to run. I'll come back in the evening, she promised. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? She was my daughter. Evening came, then night, then darkness. And when I returned to her house, tired, confused, carrying the keys to a home that no longer felt mine, I found the door locked. And that's when I stood there knocking. Mirabeda opened the door, but she didn't. And deep down, I think I already knew why. I stood outside my own house knocking, but my daughter refused to open the door. First, I kept knocking with hope, then with confusion, and finally, with a kind of desperation I had never known before. Mira, please open the door. It's cold. I could see the light inside. I could hear the faint sound of the television. I even thought I heard her footsteps near the door. She was there. She just chose not to open it. That realization, it doesn't hit you all at once. It seeps in slowly like rain through a cracked roof. Quiet but destructive. My hands dropped to my sides. For a moment I forgot how to breathe. I don't know how long I stood there. Minutes, hours, maybe a lifetime. Then the neighbor's door opened slightly. Mrs. Sharma peeked out. Auntie, are you okay? I tried to smile. You know, that habit we mothers have. Pretending everything is fine even when our world is breaking. Yes, just waiting for Mira, I said. But my voice betrayed me. It trembled. She looked at me with pity. And pity. Oh, that hurts almost as much as betrayal. Come inside for a while, she insisted gently. And that's when I realized something I never thought I would. I had nowhere else to go. That night, I slept on someone else's sofa, in someone else's home, while my own daughter slept peacefully behind a locked door. I didn't cry. Strange, isn't it? All those years, I thought if something like this ever happened, I would break down completely. But no tears came. Just silence inside me. A hollow kind of silence. The next morning I went back. I don't know why. Maybe I was hoping it was all a misunderstanding. Maybe I wanted her to open the door and say, Ma, I'm sorry. But instead, I found something else. My suitcase, placed neatly outside the door. Every single one of my belongings packed, folded, removed, erased, like I had never existed in that house. My fingers trembled as I touched the handle. That's when the door finally opened. Just a little. Enough for her to stand there, but not enough to let me in. Ma, she said softly. That word, it used to mean everything. Now it felt empty. Why? I asked. Just one word. Because sometimes that's all the pain allows. She looked away. Ma, please understand, things have been difficult. Difficult. I repeated. For whom? She sighed. Rakesh isn't comfortable. We need our space. And you still have your old house. My old house. The one she insisted I leave. The one that had been locked for months. The one that now felt more like a memory than a home. I left that house for you, I said quietly. For us. Her expression hardened slightly. No, Ma. You chose to come. That sentence cut deeper than anything else. Because suddenly all my sacrifices, all my love, it was being rewritten. As a choice. Not love. Not devotion. Just my decision. Are you saying, I'm not welcome here? I asked. She didn't answer. She didn't have to. Silence can sometimes scream louder than words. I picked up my suitcase. Felt heavier than it should have. Maybe because it wasn't just clothes inside, it was years of my life. Reduced to something that could be zipped and carried away. I looked at her one last time. I wanted to say so many things. I wanted to remind her of the nights I stayed awake when she was sick, the days I went hungry so she could eat, the promises she made as a little girl. But instead, I just said, "Take care of yourself." Because even in that moment, I was still her mother. I walked away, slowly. Each step felt like I was leaving behind a part of myself. But something strange happened as I reached the end of the street. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel broken. I felt clear. For the first time in a long time, I went back to my old house. I unlocked the door with trembling hands, creaked open like it was welcoming me back. Dust covered the furniture. The air was stale, but it was mine. Every corner, every wall, every memory, it still belonged to me. And maybe I still belonged there too. The first few days were hard. Loneliness has a sound, you know. It echoes, especially in a house that was once full of laughter. But slowly, I started cleaning, room by room, memory by memory. I opened the windows, let the sunlight in, let the past breathe again. And with every small step, I felt myself returning. Then one day, something unexpected happened. A young woman from the neighborhood knocked on my door. "Auntie, I heard you live alone. I was wondering, do you teach stitching?" I smiled. "I used to," I said. "Will you teach me?" she asked. That simple question, it gave me something I thought I had lost forever: purpose. Soon more girls started coming, then women, then even a few children. My quiet, empty house slowly filled with voices again. Laughter returned. So did I. Months passed. One evening there was another knock on the door. For a moment my heart skipped. I opened it, and there she was, Mira, standing where I once stood, eyes filled with tears. "Ma," she whispered. I looked at her, really looked at her, and for the first time, I didn't see the daughter who betrayed me. I saw a woman lost in her own choices. "I made a mistake," she said, her voice breaking. "Please forgive me." I stayed quiet for a long moment, not out of anger, but because I had finally learned something important. Forgiveness is not about forgetting the pain. It's about choosing yourself. After the pain, "I have already forgiven you," I said calmly. Her face lit up with hope. "Then, can I come in?" I smiled gently. This time it was my turn, and I said, "This is my home, Mira. You are welcome as a guest, but not as someone who decides my place in it." She nodded slowly and stepped inside, not as my savior, not as my world, just as my daughter. You see, Beta, that night when I stood outside a locked door, I thought I had lost everything, but I was wrong. I hadn't lost my home. I hadn't lost my dignity. I hadn't even lost my daughter completely. I had only lost the illusion that my happiness depended on someone else. And sometimes, that loss is the beginning of everything.